evening. Welcome to the 2024 Investor Conference with Spelts Capital Network. We are here live in Newport Beach. We have over 150 accredited investors here, ranging from venture capitalists, angels, family offices. And today we are here with Damon and Ryan with Kumu Lani Technology. Yeah. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you two today?
Thank you.
Doing great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. And so tell me a little bit about your purpose for being here.
Well, this is one of my best friends in the world, Damon. He has developed technology to be able to remove rust and contaminants from surfaces without damaging the substrate. So it's laser ablation is what it's called. We also specialize in in coatings that will help keep it from rusting. And he's asked me to help him raise funds and then grow the company across the United States. And so that's why we're here.
Thank you. Can you go a little bit more in depth about your company?
Yeah, so I'll let Damon talk a little bit about that.
Thank you for having me on. And so I actually own Hawaiian Protective Solutions out of Kailua, Hawaii. What we specialize in, like my partner and good friend Ryan said, is we have a process that essentially can immortalize steel. With our laser ablation, we can bring it down to bare metal without damaging the substrate. We seal it, we top coat it, we do a final coat. Essentially, as long as we do maintenance on it, you'll never ever have to replace steel. We don't just do steel, we do offer graffiti removal. We can remove varnish from wood, mold from gravestones, stainless steel, we can clean, we can remove patina from copper, etc. And so we're already doing this process in Hawaii. I will be applying for my NHO Super 8A status. I already have partners with other Super 8As. We're going to be expanding across Hawaii to the Pacific. But I went to my best friend Ryan. I said, dude, we need to get this across the U.S. mainland. And so that's why we're here. We're here to go move fast and get as much market share as possible, bring it across the U.S. mainland using military vehicle, eventually trickling down to our commercial and industrial, all the way down to structural.
Great. Thank you so much for that information. And are you currently looking for funding right now?
We are. So we're doing a raise, $25 million, $100 million valuation on the company. And our primary target is military, but we'll also be looking at commercial operations as well across the United States, wherever we establish, because we're going to have to train a special workforce for this and get them trained. He's a safety officer, a laser safety officer. There's specialized training. The lasers can be dangerous, so we have to be able to be trained. But as we expand, we'll have these military contracts, but we'll also have smaller applications. Like I love classic cars, and they rust, and there's a massive classic car, enthusiast market. And so as those cars rust, we can fix parts, we can fix body pieces. He's got a meeting in a couple weeks with the FAA talking about removing the rubber from runways because the tires leave that rubber there. Right now they're washing it off with power washing, and that's going into the soil, getting into the water, not good. So this is a very environmentally friendly way to remove that without damaging the cement, and it makes it last longer. You don't have to replace it as often, so it's really powerful. Really great applications across the United States.
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing technology. And do you have any plans for growth and expansion?
Yeah, I think we're gonna, basically Damon wants to be able to start with a group of 5 to 6 guys that are going to go across and then establish offices in areas like in ports or military bases where we can start with those big contracts. And tell her a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so me being a laser safety officer, I'm going to take about 4 or 5 guys with me. We're going to go across, we're going to take our funding. We're asking for $25 million on a $100 million valuation. And all this money, we're going to go and train. We partner with the VA to train veterans. That's a big thing for me. Love our country and love the veterans. We're also partnering with labor unions across the nation to get into these small towns, these bigger cities. We're going to train these guys and we're going to get them going. And like I said, we're going to start with the military. We're going to use my Super 8A connections to secure contracts with Kumu Lani. And then we'll eventually go down into the industrial, commercial realm. We're going to use the labor unions to get to that. And then eventually, we're going to take this across the world. And this will be, in my opinion, the next industrial revolution. We will take this across the world using military contracts.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And what would you like investors to know Anything specific?
I think the primary thing is this was born, Damon is a HVAC contractor. He's a very successful HVAC company in Hawaii. And one of the challenges you run into, these commercial HVAC units can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, the I-beams underneath would rust out, and he'd go to his clients and be like, we got to replace the I-beams, which means you have to lift it up with a crane, remove the I-beams, put in new I-beams, thousands and thousands of dollars in cost just because of rust. And he's like, if I could find a way to do that. So he spent years trying to figure this out. 3 years ago, he came across this technology. He's put 5,000 hours of research and development into figuring out how to use this to remove the rust, maintain the metal that's already in place. And then he also figured out, well, if we remove it, then we've got to figure out a way to inhibit the rust coming back, plus put a coating on to stop it from rusting. Well, it also applies to the coils. This is one of those things that you don't think about, but the coils in an HVAC unit, when they rust out, it destroys the unit. We can keep an HVAC unit with zero or very little downtime because we can go treat it on location, mobile application, mobile removal of it, laser ablation, then treat it, then coat it. You can essentially double, triple the life of an HVAC coil. And those are units that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So the maintenance piece of this, and then having maintenance contracts is a huge opportunity. So there's a really great opportunity for long-term, very big income in this. And with the NHO, so Native Hawaiian organizations, get set aside contracts from the federal government. So because of his Native Hawaiian status, he's going to be able to get some of these contracts that nobody else can get.
Amazing. Thank you for what you're bringing to the world. We really need this right now. And where can we find you? Do you have a website?
So it's under construction, but if you go to kumulani.tech, it will forward to Hawaiian Protective Services, which is the Hawaiian-based company, and it'll be available soon, but you can go check out everything we do. It's all similar to what's on Hawaiian Protective Services because it's already active and working there. HawaiianProtectiveSolutions.com, but you can go to kumulani.tech, and it'll forward directly to that site. Tell her the meaning for Kumu Lani, yeah.
So Kumu in Hawaiian means master or teacher, but can also mean source. And to be called a Kumu is very, very respectful. Not anyone just called. Lani is heavenly. And so if you separate the two words, Kumu Lani means heavenly source, which is what we project down to our surfaces, which is laser, which is light. And so we like to spread light across the world, restoration through innovation.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to go enjoy the rest of the conference, but catch us next year at our 2025 Investor Conference. But thank you so much, gentlemen, and keep an eye out for Kumu Lani.
Yeah, mahalo, Vikingers.